with many teams and all over the world. Okay, so now our next segment, it's about our sister Wang Xiaoqing from Malaysia. So she's really talented because she's an interpreter for the English, Malay, Cantonese, Hakka, and even for our Hakka language, our Malaysian volunteers, they are really good at it. And Sister Xiaoqing is the one that coordinates and facilitated all these languages interpretation in Malaysia. She doesn't know Chinese language. She said that when she was listening to Master's Dharma teaching, she couldn't understand because there's no English and she doesn't understand the Minanyu and the Mandarin. So she started to take notes in English. And Chinese language is a stranger to her. She knows how to speak Chinese, but she couldn't read the characters. So she will have to memorize each and every characters. So in the beginning, when she was invited to join the English interpretation for Kaohsiung online book study, they thought that it was just a written translation. But actually, it turns out that it is actually a live oral translations, oral interpretation. So this is a big challenge for our Malaysian sisters. And over the past 2 years, yes, they have managed to learn the Chinese and are able to read and understand the Chinese characters. And when we communicate, when teacher Mei communicate with them, she will write in Chinese and Sister Xiaoqing will reply in English. And so we communicate in this way in 2 languages. And this is also Sister Suisan. She's also in our English team and multiple languages. And so there has been many in community centers that provides the Xunfa Xiang and with English subtitles. So this is our brother Joe Huang, and he has been leading the English Dharma group. And even till today, he is still accompanying and supporting the English Dharma group. And when Sister Xiaoqing received this invitation to do the translations, she courageously took it up and managed to do it very well. And now Sister Xiaoqing was sharing how she got to know with Dr. Li, a GP, during the medical conference. And because of that affinity, Sister Xiaoqing promoted vegetarianism to Dr. Li. And when she started to promote vegetarianism to the public, it was thought to be very difficult. But when she really does it, goes into the masses, she realized that it's actually, we could do it with our heart, with our sincerity. And she's also providing healthy vegetarian meals to her family members. And yesterday, Sister Xiaoqing told teacher Mei Yun that, oh, she didn't know that she has so many video clips. And, and initially she thought that she couldn't understand Chinese and she wanted to give up. And she doesn't want to go for the Xin Fa Xiang because she was reading just the English subtitles. But yet she persisted and she thought about our master, Master Cheng Yan, who wakes up early in the morning to give her Dharma sermons. So Sister Xiaoqing, when she thought about Master, she really motivated herself to come in early morning to join in the morning Dharma incense permeation. And she helped out in the online translations, in the written translation to English. So it's not easy for her. And she even managed to bring her family members to Ziji. And now she's leading a team of English online translations. Let's now welcome Sister Xiaoqing from Malaysia. I really like to be with you because you have such good positive energy. Hello, Sister Xiaoqing. Yes, 感恩 to Teacher Mei Yun for giving me this opportunity to share. Yes, my name is Xiaoqing and my Dharma name is Lü Xiao. The title of my sharing is A Truly Inconceivable Journey. And it all started in 2005 when I was inspired by a newspaper article about this zero waste family, which I'm really admired. Soon I found Ciji Recycling Center and started becoming a monthly donor and also a happy recycling volunteer. However, it was not until 7 years later in 2012 that with the intention to seek some parenting guidance, I went to Ciji and the infinite doors to education, charity, chanting, and Dharma incense permeation were open to me. And then I realized this is truly the treasure mountain of which, yes, which is available to me, which has opened up. And I joined the the Sutra adaptation performances, and it's a global performance, and I had the opportunity to join the Sutra adaptation performances. And at that time, I realized that the masters was already up and teaching the Dharma at 5:20 a.m. and yet I'm still sleeping. So I told myself that I have to be awake too and listen to the master. And during the 2013, my daughter was still very young, and I will bring her along, and she'll be sleeping on my lap. And I'm a full-time working mother of 3 children, and until now, and so I really want to listen to the master's talk every morning. So in 2015, during the trip to Taiwan for commissioner certification, Master Cheng Yen asked Brother Joe Huang to look for me with my written notes, my English written notes. And Master wanted us to spread the Dharma in English to the whole world. So since meeting Brother Joe, we have started the weekly Hualien Global English Dharma Talk. And until now, it has been on a weekly basis, online streaming. And Brother Joe Huang has always been teaching us and guiding us along the way. And yes, so we were grateful that Brother Joe Huang actually led us to provide the live translation of Master's Wisdom at Dawn. So I actually looked for a few other volunteers to come and took up this live translation, written translation. During my trip to Hualien in 2017, and I met Master unexpectedly, and I knelt down and made a vow to Master to help translate Master's teachings into other languages, whatever languages that I know, so that the teachings can benefit the Masters. After the meeting, I asked myself why I made such a vow. And I looked at Sister Effie, who was next to me, and asked her why she knelt down and made the same vow. So it is truly an inconceivable moment. Both of us together made the same vow, knelt down at the same time, and until today, both of us are in all this different languages translation. And as you can guess, the four voiceover platforms that I joined today, Sister Effie are also in them. So that is the power of a shared vow. And it's really a big challenge because, especially for Malay language, and just one time, one of our volunteer had a sudden impermanence and couldn't help out in the translation. And so we managed to get the volunteers from the other places, from Penang and the team. And they are not just doing the translations, they also had discussions among them how to translate it to a better in Malay languages. And they are teachers teaching the Malay languages in schools. So they are truly very mindful in taking up this task. And words really cannot describe the incredible feeling of this journey from local to international. Whether is it Tzu Chi School of Buddhism or the Jingsi Dharma lineage, I would cherish it very much. And we had a chance to visit the refugee camp in Malaysia. There was a refugee camp, and the Tzu Chi is helping. So there was this Afghan teenage refugee, and he had to take insulin jabs every day due to diabetes. And so we were there to help him and accompany him. And this Afghan teenage will will consider us like his mother. So Sister Xiaoqing was known as a mom by this Afghan teenage refugee. And there are other touching stories of how how these refugees, some of them are considered to end their life and feeling hopeless, but the doctors who treated them actually referred them to Tzu. And so we went in to provide the emotional support and provide them with the help that they needed. And so now they are getting better. These are really touching stories. And this I would like to use this photo by Master Tersing, who shared during the morning volunteers assembly. This is a tricycle. Right in the center, in the middle, it's a blind elderly person. And the one at the back is actually deaf. He couldn't listen, but he couldn't hear, but he could speak and give some directions. And the one in front is the one that is guiding this tricycle. So really, with a team of people, we could really move farther. We could move far and along this journey. And I really appreciate the opportunity to continue this truly inconceivable journey. So actually, Sister Xiaoqing, and she didn't really expect to have this affinity to have met Master and knelt down and made a vow to Master. And she vowed that she wanted to use different languages to translate the Master's teachings. And at the beginning, there was no English subtitles because these are live streaming, live transmission from Taiwan during the Dharma incense permeation. So because of that, it spurred her to set up a team of English translators to provide the live online translation. And later on, when Teacher Mei Ying wanted to have more languages, and Sister Xiaoqing said that, we could also speak Cantonese and Hakka. So almost every week, she'll be doing the translation because of the 4 languages: English, Malay, Cantonese, and Hakka. So it's almost every Wednesday they will have to be, will have to come into our online book study to provide the oral translations. And not just oral translations, they also provide written translations in English and Malay. And she's very, schedule is really busy because every Saturday after the Hualin English Global Dharma session, they will go to the parks on a Saturday morning, to the nearby parks to promote vegetarianism. So she really make full use of her time and schedules to do meaningful things. And she always wear a cheerful smile with her, and just like a superhero, which is so capable and done and accomplished so many things and true role model to us. And yes, she has many roles and responsibilities. And really grateful to Sister Xiaoqing for your inconceivable journey in Tzu Chi. Let's give her a big round of applause. Okay, Sister Effie should be able to write a lot of comments for today's session.